English Senior Unknown Speed number 2. Ready? Start. Mr. Deputy Chairman, this is an important bill and I welcome it heartily. It has always been the desire of all that there should be prevention of closures, lockouts and layoffs so that there may be rapid industrial development in our country. The Industrial Disputes Act is a very old piece of legislation. It requires a lot of changes. I am sure the proposed amendment bill bring a great deal of relief to the people and the economy as a whole. I would like to make some suggestions for further improvement which may kindly be considered by the Honorable Minister. Sir, I would like to make 3 suggestions on the Industrial Disputes Amendment Bill. First of all, in this bill, a provision has been made whereby the Act will apply only to an establishment which employs 300 workmen. I do not know the basis for fixing this number of 300. In this connection, I may bring to the notice of the House that it was the recommendation of the Indian Labour Conference that an establishment to which the provisions of the Industrial Disputes Act would apply should employ at least 50 persons. Accordingly, the Act was amended and it was made applicable to an establishment which employed 50 persons. Now we have passed the bonus bill and reduced the qualifying number of employees in an establishment from 20 to 10. But in this very important bill, which will be basis for more rapid industrial production, we are stating that the number of employees in an establishment should be 300 for the applicability of the Act. I would like the Honorable Minister to explain how this figure has been fixed in this legislation. I would suggest that in order to have uniformity, this provision about employment of 300 persons should be amended and it should be made 50. I come to retrenchment. There are provisions in this bill according to which it is necessary to ask for permission before resorting to lay off or retrenchment or closure. I welcome this provision, but at the same time it is provided that no such permissions is necessary if the retrenchment is under an agreement which specifies a date for termination of service. I think it will be good if it is also provided that such an agreement can be made only with the prior permission of the government. In the interest of the community as a whole, this provision is necessary. So, I would suggest that the provision may be amended in this way, which will promote industrial production. I come to restarting of a closed undertaking. The provision made in the bill refers to restarting of an undertaking which was closed down for reasons other than unavoidable circumstances beyond the control of the employers. In actual practice, we find that many industries are closed down for various reasons, but it will be easy for an employer to argue that he had to close down an undertaking for reasons beyond his control. For instance, it may become necessary to close down an undertaking due to the working of the entire economic system. In such a case, an employer may flood that he had to close down the undertaking due to unavoidable circumstances. It may affect the economy and the community as a whole. So, I suggest that it will be better if the provision is so modified as to make it applicable to all undertakings which are closed down for any reason. Dear Sir, sometime back the Indian Airlines Corporation conducted successful proving flights to Cochin and other airports in the south. The public were and are still hoping that Indian Airlines Corporation would be introducing their Boeing service to Bombay and Madras from Cochin. The existing flight is inadequate. The Boeing aircraft is specifically designed to operate from runways with a length of 5,000 feet. I also gather that Indian Airlines Corporation is contemplating introduction of a Boeing service from Bombay to Trivandrum instead of Cochin. The reasons being that there are port trust cranes around the airport in Cochin projecting to a height of 200 feet and that the runways is not able to take the full weight of the Boeing aircraft. There is very great demand for seats to Cochin from Madras and other southern states. It would be advisable for Indian Airlines Corporation to introduce direct non-stop Boeing service between Madras and Cochin. This service will ease a lot of pressure on the other flights going to Cochin to arrive various points in the southern region. Further, since the obstacles of introducing Boeing service to Cochin and Coimbatore can be overcome by implementing the suggestion given above, this can be a forerunner for Indian Airlines Corporation to start a Boeing service to Cochin both by the clockwise and anti-clockwise route. With Times Records, yours sincerely.